Let me tell you what my husband, who did not grow up in a high control religious group, had to say about Easter. I asked him what Easter was like for him growing up, because I really don't know what the experience is like outside of high control religion. He said we just got together with friends and family. Sometimes we would have a barbecue, and the Easter bunny would leave eggs out in the yard with little treats or cash in them, and we would go around with our Easter baskets and collect it, and it was just kind of fun. And I was like, that's it? That's all you did? There was no like hours and hours and hours of feeling guilt and shame for torturing someone that you absolutely never met in your life, that lived 2,000 years ago. No, for him, it was just a fun time and kind of something for kids. And I mean, I do remember doing the Easter basket stuff when I was a kid and dyeing Easter eggs, and that was always fun. But we were always supposed to remember the real reason why we celebrate Easter. Same thing that a lot of Christian groups say around the holidays. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. You can't enjoy anything else because that has to be the most important thing. Kind of takes away from the other aspects of the holidays that you could really enjoy when you have that mindset that everything kind of has to be about Jesus and not what you enjoy, but about celebrating him. And I realized as I was telling my husband about what Easter was like for me as a child, how that kind of like stripped any kind of fun or anything that I would enjoy from the holiday. For example, what I remember from Easter as a child was going to church and watching a reenactment of the torture, betrayal, and crucifixion of Jesus. And then also, obviously, the part where he's resurrected. That part, as I remember it, was small and short compared to the scenes where they really embellished how Jesus was crucified and tortured and lashed and betrayed by his friends for your sake. I almost always remember there being a sermon afterwards that reminded you the reason why Jesus went through all of this was because you are a sinner and you needed to be saved. While I knew that the way that I should feel was grateful, I think the gratefulness that I felt was more obligatory because I didn't really feel grateful. I felt ashamed. I felt shameful and guilty that I was so bad. I felt like I owed Jesus something. So for me, Easter was not really a fun holiday. I think it might have been somewhat traumatic to watch someone be tortured in a play on stage as a child. And that is like, why? It was really more so about just reminding you about the reason why Jesus had to go through all of this. And I really hated it. Like, I did not enjoy it at all. We were traveling back from vacation on Easter, and I really tried to stay off social media and keep my mental well-being safe from any posts or things that I might see about how we should feel so grateful that Jesus did this for us, because I really didn't want to put myself back in that headspace. The way that religion hijacks holidays is kind of sad, and I remember after leaving the faith how I really had to do a lot of work to reclaim my favorite holiday, Christmas, because most of the good things that I felt at Christmas time were wrapped up in religion. I'm not too fond of Easter, but I was not willing to give Christmas up. You better believe I fought for Christmas. Once I left that faith, I really had to start thinking about, what does Christmas mean to me? Like, why is it important to me, and why do I want to celebrate it? And I really hadn't thought of it before. But it's still hard sometimes, celebrating the holidays and remembering the reasons why you used to. And there's a lot of guilt that comes along with not celebrating them in the same way anymore. I kind of think of Easter as a useless holiday. I don't see the point in it. I love springtime, so that's kind of cool, I guess, but the Easter Bunny seems kind of tacky to me. Also kind of cringy and scary, the big Easter Bunny costumes. I just never really got on board with that. And I'm a holiday person. I love holidays. Anyway, just curious what y'all's thoughts are. How do you guys celebrate Easter or Christmas or whatever holiday post-Christianity? I know I've heard from a lot of other people who struggle with this too. So we'll talk about Christmas later on, because I freaking love Christmas and I love talking about it and I love decorating. But for now, how do you guys celebrate Easter? Like, what did you do? Did you not celebrate at all? Did you barbecue with friends and family? Did you do a little Easter egg hunt? Did you feel this like residual shame and guilt? I'm really curious what y'all's experiences are.